Peace, peace, peace. So embarrassing. I thought I was rolling again. I am rusty, 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 guys. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another edition of This Is Recorded. I'm getting back on that bike. I had a little bit too much fun on this break. I had a little bit too much fun this week. I wanted to get you guys some behind the scenes footage, some different things that I've been doing and things that have been going on in my life. But honestly, I think we gotta learn to unlearn is that everything is not for social media. Everything is not for your phone. Like I go out to concerts and different things. And you see everybody trying to capture it on their phone, but nothing is like being in the moment, being in real time, being there and having fun and enjoying yourself. That's what life is about. That's what life is about, moving and then just living in the moment. And unfortunately, we live in a society of social media, which I feel is kind of dying out. It's just kind of social media feels like to me now a little bit of like cigarettes. Like if you've been smoking cigarettes forever, you like can't put it down, you can't put it out. You just kind of, they say like some people just like stuff near their mouth or they want to feel busy, so they smoke cigarettes and they chain smoke. I really believe that social media has become like that now. It's just become to a point where we just like want to be doing something. So like scrolling, like literally I find myself like there's nothing going on. There's no value to this. I used to be on a cruise ship for a week, get back. I haven't missed anything. We have to unlearn. We have to get out of that. And we have to put and ingest in our body and our mind good things. Like this is recorded podcast. So unlearn, unlock. Shout out to Lil Duke. He said, get out the matrix. He ain't on social media. Get out the matrix. Start living. Start experiencing life and start doing what you want. Don't follow the trends of social media and what everybody else thinks. Be you. That's what this record is all about. Encouraging the people to be more themselves, man. And man, this week, shout out to my beautiful wife. She turned 21 on Thursday, the 27th of July. So we enjoyed her birthday. Took her to go see Wicked, her favorite play. This is her fifth time seeing it. She is a true fan of the play Wicked. It's like the Wizard of Oz story, but I think beforehand. And she's seen it in Alabama. She's seen it in Tennessee. She's seen it in Atlanta twice. And I'm sure I'm missing another time, but I think it's 5 times of her seeing it. This week, today, because I'm recording this on Saturday because I've been doing so much living. We have a big fight tonight. Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. I have no idea who's going to win, but I feel like this is going to be a big fight. I hope it doesn't disappoint, but most of all, I hope those two brothers come out of it safely, unharmed with their whereabouts about themselves, but I hope they put on a good show, but protect themselves and protect their families, and I hope they make a good amount of money, and I hope this starts a legacy for both of them brothers, man. All the best. I can't pick one. I've been battling all week, but I haven't seen enough of their fights, to be honest, and I don't know. I just want to see a good one. I love boxing. I love the determination, the hard work that goes into it. I love everything about it, so it'll be a good fight going on, man, and, I hope those guys feel worthy, Charlemagne, I've been watching him for a long time, and I've seen his growth from like the shock jock thing and buying into that, into the person he is now, which is high on mental health. But a lot of people won't allow him to change because of the fact that it's like, you've been this way and we like you for being rude and obnoxious and saying whatever you want. But now you're trying to be a mental health guy and this and that. And, I think, for him, he says that he became what the people wanted. He became more obnoxious. He became more outlandish. He became more outrageous. And he just started doing stuff. And he said he started dealing with imposter syndrome. Like, who are you? Who are you really trying to be? Who are you really becoming? And I think that we deal with imposter syndrome in our life. The definition here. This is Ghetto Podcast. Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern in which people doubt their accomplishments and have a persistent, often internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. I feel that way with my happy right now. Right now, I'm on like cloud nine of like just being like, man, so happy and really just happy for the first time in a while. Like, I've been through some things, in my life, just like you've been through some things in your life. And I feel like I'm finally coming out the darkness. It's like I'm peeking my head out of like this, thing of like, bro, this is really your life. You really live a good life. And, I guess I'm feeling like, and I guess you could feel like as well, like you deal with a form of imposter syndrome of like, things can't be going well for you. Things can't be going well in your life. Things can't be going well at work. You live a sad, depressed life. You have a bad childhood. You have this, you have that. That's not really you. That's really you. The sad person, that's really you. The depressed person, that's really you. The person that you ain't really accomplished much. You just got still so much more to do. I feel like we all deal with some type of imposter syndrome. And with that, I think we self-sabotage. We, eat more. We doubt ourselves. We don't work out. We don't pour into the loved ones around us. We don't do things that make us happy. We just try to throw it all away. And really we throw it all away in our mind. The mind is definitely super powerful. I'm learning that seriously. Like, when you think of depression, it's like, oh, it's just something in your head. You think like, all right, depression is that really real? Somebody being paralyzed is real. Somebody tearing up their knee is real. What is depression? Like, you sad? You just think you're sad? Like, no. But when you go through it and when you deal with different things and you find yourself trying to make up things in your life and make up things in your head on why you shouldn't be happy or why you shouldn't be moving or this isn't good for you, this isn't great for you, you realize like, no, this is a real thing that people deal with. This is something really in their head. And imposter syndrome, Charlemagne talks about he just didn't feel like he was in a place of worthy. So, he would cheat and he would say crazy questions and do just crazy things. But then when he started to do the work on himself, which is starting with therapy and different, he has a sacred purpose coach, he has all these things. When you realize, man, like, hey, I am worthy, I am good, I'm not an imposter, this is really me. And I just feel like I'm at this point in my life right now, man, like, don't be scared, man. Go out there. Don't have that stage fright of life. This is your life. So go out there, be happy, go celebrate, go have fun with your people, go have fun with your family. You're not an imposter. You're you. Be you and be happy. And I think all of us have to just know that we're not imposters. We really us. We really do this. We really put in the work. We really grown. We really rose above all the things that has held us back in our lives in the past. We really are here. And I hear Jay-Z talk about this a lot. Shout out to Jazzy World, little young girl from Brooklyn. Shout out to Brooklyn, you heard. Like I said, the Book of Hove. Go check that out if you can. I think they run it through October, but hopefully they run it through a whole year. Hopefully they run it so where people can go see it and to eternity, like people can just continue to see it, but at least run it throughout the rest of the year. But the Book of Hove is out right now, and Jay-Z talks about believing in yourself a lot. Jay-Z wasn't the typical guy. He was rapping and been with different people, but he didn't get on and make his first album until he was 26, and he kind of had to put himself on, because just like all the greats or different people that last, I should say, in music, it's a slow burn. It's not fast. Beyonce's slow burn, it wasn't fast. Jay-Z's slow burn, it wasn't fast. With him, it's just like believing yourself. He was 26. Most people 18, 17. Music is a young person's sport, but he was 26 and he got on and he just was like, he told her, believe in yourself, don't doubt yourself, believe, and you have to have ultimate confidence. And he said, believe in yourself again. The three things, like, so for us and all of us with all our abilities, we can't start to think like, I'm just this job. I'm just this weight. I'm just this mental space. I'm just this financial status. You got to believe in yourself. You got to be more. You got to believe in yourself. You got to want more. You got to believe in yourself. You got to daydream, man. Like, daydreaming is beautiful, bro. You should really just think about like, man, like I want to have this house like this. I want to do this. I want to travel here. I want to see this. Like daydreaming is beautiful, man. I mainly daydream while I'm at work. I think about all the places I want to be, all the things I want to do, and I just sit and I daydream about it. Like, man, I think I can do this, I can do that. But like I said, the previous pod, faith without works is dead. So you have to get out there. You got to work at it. You got to do stuff. But daydream, man. Daydreaming is beautiful. Daydreaming is good because it makes you feel like, hey, like this could happen, And I mean, I thought about a life like maybe daydreaming ain't exactly how you pictured it, but it is what you want. I wanted to just be stable and have a home, travel, do different things, man. I daydreamed and that dream came true. That dream is the life I'm living now. It's literally amazing. Like I can't even believe it, that I'm here. I can't believe that you're here. We can't believe we made it see another day. We may have been down and out and felt like we weren't going to see another day, but we're here. We listening to This Is Recorded Podcast. We watching This Is Recorded Podcast, and we believing in ourselves, man. So daydream about that home, daydream about that relationship, daydream about that look you want for yourself, daydream about the outfits, the vacations, daydream. Never stop dreaming. Never stop thinking more for yourself. Never stop thinking higher level. Just always want more. Always be happy where you're at, but always just feel like, hey, if time in life changes, I want this. I want that. Feel that way. Feel that like I'm just dreaming of, I had a dream of, I took my family on a plane, on a private jet, and we went and just enjoyed ourselves and had a nice vacation home, the beaches, this and that. Like, daydreaming is, man, beautiful because for everybody, it was just a dream until they turned into a reality. And I love that when somebody turned a dream into reality, when somebody says they want this, they want that, and they really end up getting it. It's a beautiful thing. So I say to you, never stop daydreaming and always believe in yourself. Look where Jay-Z is right now, man. It was a lot like every label says, hey, you can't cut it. You're not, record companies told me I couldn't cut it. Now look at me, all star-studded, got 4 apart like I put it, all because the shit I uttered was utterly ridiculous. How sick is this? Come on, man. Jay-Z is just, man, he's an inspiration, I mean, a lot of people don't agree with the financial status and different things that he made, but just believing a young kid that grew up kind of poor in Marcy Projects in Brooklyn made something of himself, made something more. And, believe it or not, it seems like he gives back. I mean, they told a story of him getting a sample for Hard Knock Life. And it was hard for him to get the Annie sample from the play, but part of the negotiations, he said, anybody in hip hop that wants to use this, let them be able to use it. Like I don't really think he toots and says too much about what he's done. He just like people to find out over time what he's done and what he's provided for the culture and what he's trying to accomplish, And that's how it is about life. Like I said before, everything's not for social media. Everything's not for your phone. The greatest thing is your memory. The memories you have with people, the memories you have of yourself, the memories of loved one, that is the greatest thing. So go out today, go out tomorrow, go out always, and just try to create great memories. It's cool to have it on your phone and you look back at, and it's very sacred. Definitely, I would want my pictures or videos. If the house burned up, what would you want? But your memories in your head, man, that's what I'm saying. It's the best thing you could spend your money on. It's memories. Traveling, doing things. You like, hey, remember in Italy we ate this and it was nasty, or we fell over here, or we seen this person with this outfit. It's just crazy, man. And just be you throughout the whole process. Be 100% you. We live this life where our parents, maybe sometimes our spouse, maybe our friends don't really know us. But the thing about being 100% you is that if you're 100% you, the people that's still going to be around is going to be here no matter what. They're going to be here no matter what you're into, no matter who you love, no matter what weird video games, whatever you're into, the people that truly love you are going to be there to support you, and they're going to be there to love you through it all. But I feel like we live a life like, well, what does this person think? Or how is this going to make them feel? But how do you feel? Be 100% you. We think of, we make this mistake of expecting ourselves in others. You know, Maul, from the Rory Maul podcast, he says that one of the mistakes he always makes in life is that he expects himself in others. That's a big mistake. You can't, well, why my mom don't do this? Why my dad don't do this? Why my friends don't do this? Just because you would do that doesn't mean your friend would do that. Just because you would do that doesn't mean your dad should do this. Because at the end of the day, we all people. We are all flawed human beings on this earth trying to make the best out of this thing called life the best we know how. A lot of it is how we grew up. We trying to pick up the pieces from that and try to figure out and navigate life for that. And, when we have kids, people try to craft their kids a certain way, but people are just doing the best that they know how. And the best thing in the world is communication. We all have to communicate with our loved ones. We have to communicate with our spouse. We have to communicate mostly with ourselves. Like, are we bullshitting ourselves? Are we being real with ourselves? Are we making the best decisions for our health? Are we making the best decisions for our finances? Are we making the best decisions in life? We have to understand that. Like, hey, we're not perfect. We're all flawed, but be you. Whether, hey, I like a tattoo, I like a piercing, I like this, I like that, but what is this person going to think? Who gives a fuck what this person is going to think? You have to be you, and the people that truly love you will accept you for you. Now, if you're doing something wrong or harmful or hurtful to yourself, you should not shun people off or you don't know I'm being 100% me. That's not my message. My message is to be you, but know and understand with being you, there may be some times where you might lose you, but that's also being you, if that makes sense. We all have to keep somebody around that's going to keep it real with us. Big mistake, especially financially, when people reach a certain status, they feel like nobody can tell them shit no more. Maybe just when you become an adult, when you feel like nobody can tell you shit no more. But the beautiful thing of life is somebody that truly loves you will pull you to the side like a gangster, not in front of a bunch of people, stuff like that. Say, hey, man, you kind of messing up, man. You need to clean that up a little bit. I know you better than this. You do better than this. Just be better. That's the beautiful thing of life, knowing that people love you enough to say something to you. People love you enough to want you to be your best, to do your best. So they'll say something to you, and you need to be able to listen. You need to be able to accept where it's coming from, but also think about who it's coming from, because a lot of people ain't taking advice about not cheating and being faithful from a cheater. So you got to know and understand that. But this life, man, I think it's beautiful, and I think it's amazing when you truly be you. You really have to explore and find that. It's a lifelong journey of being you. People, look at Jay-Z now. We were speaking to Jay-Z earlier. Came out, the fresh cuts, always talking about the money and the budgets and this and that, to natural dreads, meaning they just locked up and just, loving his wife, loving his kids. And he used to talk about girls crazy and this ridiculous money. I think he still likes the finer things and stuff, but I think he's realized the purpose of life. I mean, he realized they just had his mom's wedding and she got married to a woman, and he just was like so happy, he shows in Smile, the song Smile. Talks about it in the video. It's a great video you guys should watch. But he shows his mom, like, he told his mom, let the world meet Kate. Let him meet your spouse, the lady that you love. Because back when he was growing up in the 70s in the projects in Brooklyn, it wasn't acceptable at all for, a woman to be with another woman. But through therapy and through life and through changes, he's realized, like, Mom, be happy. Be you, Mom. But she, at that time, didn't want to go through the 70s in New York City with her kids being teased because their mom was gay. Their mom wanting to be with somebody that's another same sex, So in life and through therapy, he's like, man, what a shame it is to be a caged bird. Maya Angelou, Why the Caged Bird Sings. When you locked up and you not being yourself, what a shame it is. You're a shell of yourself to the world. The world will never know you. But the people that know you should love you for you. That was one of my quotes on my watch before. Be you, so it makes room for the people that love you can really love you. Be you. Be you. 110% be you. Because the people that love you and truly accept you, they're going to be there no matter what. Let's get a little quote before we get out of here, man. I think this is a good one I saved. It's time for a shift. Move away from the things that make you sad, hesitant, or uncertain and step into the life of lightness and love. It's time for this shift. It's time for this shift. It's time for this shift, man. It's time for a shift. Move away from the things that make you sad, hesitant, or uncertain and step into a life of lightness and love. That might mean the people, man. That might mean the job. That might mean the spouse. You got to step away from those things, man. And it's hard. Believe me, believe me, believe me. It's hard stepping up to a spouse where, well, we've been together through this and that. And but they're not making you happy no more. It's hard to step up to parents that, well, I'm the little boy. And what if they don't talk to me? It's hard. The job, I really am miserable when I come in here. It's hard. But when you step into a life of lightness and love, oh, what a beautiful feeling. Oh, what a beautiful feeling it is to be 100% you. Be you. Find you. Love you. Nurture you. That inner child thing is real. This is my room. I never had my own room, but one time, and it didn't feel like, I didn't like it, because I was like, oh, I want to be around my siblings. So be you. Really, really search be you. I like the toys, the little gadgets. With Michael Jackson, different things. Like, oh, he got all this kid stuff. He's trying to relive a childhood. He never had one. He was a star since young. For a lot of us, our parents couldn't afford it, or our parents didn't agree with this or that, so we couldn't have these things. So be you. You're older now. You're wiser now. You're smarter now. Find the things you love. Go after it. Find the people you love. Talk to them. But be you through it all. Soul search. Find it. Fight that imposter syndrome. Tell yourself, Reggie, hey, it's cool to be happy, man. You deserve it, man. It's your time. Boy, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing life. But be you. 110%, man. This week, I speak into existence. That you start to be you. It's a process. I'm fighting the process. We're fighting the process. We're trying to be the real us. Be you. Start the process. Say no. Hey, say no this week about something you don't want to do. Just say no. The most powerful word in the English dictionary, in the English language, is no. Say no to things you don't want. Choose yourself and be you. And this is recorded.